it changes not only the history of boxing forever, it changes boxing forever.
Garcia, what do you think of this fight?
Y'all thought I was crazy. Right, Floyd was gonna knock him out. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Match is over. Match is over. Look, Logan was too big. Logan is too big. Mayweather can't knock him out. It's impossible. All right, Logan's just too big. Mayweather is too good. You know, there's no way Logan's gonna be able to land that punch. I mean, we're just looking at something that...
Again, this is the most pointless fight. Like, I don't even know how they're gonna promote this. Oh, Logan Paul has a chance. Yes, he lost to KSI, this random rapping YouTuber. But trust me, all it takes is one punch. And remember, Mayweather is so much smaller than KSI and has a smaller reach.
It was known heading into the Showtime pay-per-view fight between Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul that no winner would be announced if the exhibition went the distance. That likely won't take anything away from Paul, who can claim something of a moral victory after managing to last all 8 rounds with one of the greatest boxers of all time on Sunday night inside the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. We're going to have a look at the reactions of some famous names, so remember to watch the video to the end as you don't want to miss out on any reactions from celebrities such as LeBron James. The fight. Mayweather was clearly the better fighter, as was expected, but Paul utilized his huge height and weight advantage to lean on Mayweather and avoid taking more than 1 or 2 clean shots at a time from the former multi-division world champion. "I had fun," Mayweather said after the fight. "You've got to realize I'm not 21 anymore, but it's good to move around with these guys." Mayweather was highly cautious early, looking to figure out what Paul brought to the ring and also attempting to avoid taking any clean shots from the YouTube star. Paul entered the ring well over 30 pounds bigger with a 6-inch reach advantage. After playing almost exclusively defense in the second round, Mayweather finally turned up the offense in the third, opening up with some clean left hooks that rocked Paul's head back and mixing in the occasional overhand right. Despite Money starting to find space to land clean shots, whenever Mayweather would seem to get his offense on track, Paul would clinch, smother, and lean, making Mayweather carry his weight. "He's better than I thought he was," Mayweather said. "As far as with the big guys, the heavyweights, it's going to be hard, but he's a tough, rough competitor." Paul appeared to fatigue down the stretch, losing what snap he had in his punches to open the contest and pouring sweat, as he flicked out jabs that Mayweather was mostly able to easily avoid while the boxing icon picked spots to land scoring blows. Despite what would have been a clear loss had judges been in attendance, Paul was elated after going the distance. "Shit, man, I don't want anyone to tell me anything is impossible ever again," Paul said. "The fact that I'm in here with one of the greatest boxers of all time proves the odds can be beat." The fight drew boos from the crowd at times, with those in attendance wanting a definitive finish via knockout. But that level of action never came, and neither man appeared seriously hurt at any point in the clash. Paul seemed to share some of the questions the fans had with how seriously Mayweather was approaching the battle. "I mean, you never know with this guy," Paul said. "I'm going to go home thinking, did Floyd let me survive? It's an honor to grace the ring with him. This is the coolest thing ever." Mayweather, 44, noted afterward that he is definitely not going to fight professionally again, and probably not going to have another exhibition. "Your kids can't eat legacy. They can eat off the currency. I believe in building generational wealth. That's what's important to me," Mayweather said. Showtime Sports president Steven Espinoza said right after the fight, "This may be the last time we see him in the ring. Whether you like the exhibition or not, whether you agree with it or not, give this man his flowers today." Elsewhere on the card, Badu Jack scored a 4th-round knockout over Dervin Colina in a light heavyweight contest as the co-main event. Jack overwhelmed the native of Venezuela, who was making his U.S. debut on short notice after Jean Pascal was forced to withdraw from action because of 4 positive tests for banned substances. Jack is hoping the win can get him in the contention at 175 pounds, or perhaps move up to cruiserweight. Celebrities' reaction to the fight. The boxing and UFC world were tuned in and ready to react to the fight, and not everyone was impressed, including former UFC champ Cody Garbrandt. Boxer James Herring suggested he might take on a new strategy with his career. Retired UFC champ Daniel Cormier posted, "Hats off to Logan Paul. He went 8 rounds with the greatest boxer ever. Not a good look for Floyd." UFC heavyweight champ Francis Ngannou started wondering about the reported monetary details about the fight. He posted, "It's crazy to think that Logan Paul just made $20 million on a boxing exhibition. What are we doing wrong?" Other celebrities and stars were also watching the fight. NBA star Lebron James posted, "Man, this looks like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out." Later, James showed his fans what he meant by that tweet. Paul just couldn't seem to land any punches that mattered on his diminutive opponent. Rapper Fat Joe was in attendance in Miami, and his reaction was captured on-site by boxing journalist Michelle Joy Phillips. He said, "I was surprised. I thought Floyd would knock him out." Boxing star Ryan Garcia had given his prediction earlier for the Logan Paul vs. Floyd Mayweather fight. The 22-year-old, a well-known friend of Logan Paul and Logan's younger brother Jake, is widely regarded as one of the brightest prospects in professional boxing today. Ryan Garcia is considered a top draw in the combat sports business and notably captured the WBC interim lightweight title earlier this year. Garcia held the title from January 2021 to May 2021. Apart from being an incredibly talented professional boxer with a respectable amateur boxing background, Ryan Garcia also runs a successful YouTube channel. While speaking to the media at the Floyd Mayweather vs. Logan Paul weigh-in ceremony, the professional boxing wunderkind chimed in with his take on how the super exhibition matchup will play out. Upon being asked which fighter he's picking to win the Floyd Mayweather vs. Logan Paul fight, Ryan Garcia stated, "I've got Logan. I've got to go to Logan." Garcia was then asked how he felt Logan Paul looked at the weigh-ins, in response to which he said, "Strong. The man looked ripped." Ryan Garcia was also questioned further regarding what's next for him. Garcia replied by simply stating that he doesn't know. King Rai was then asked for his prediction on the Floyd Mayweather vs. Logan Paul fight. Addressing the same, Garcia said, "I've got Logan Paul by knockout, 8th round." And this is his reaction after the fight concluded. Looks like Garcia's friend disappointed him with the outcome. Jake Paul seemed to be proud of his brother and counts this as a victory with his tweets. He tweeted 50-1, a reference to Mayweather's trademark undefeated record being ended after the fight. Logan's future. While Paul was criticized for the amount of clinching he did in this exhibition match against Floyd Mayweather, the outspoken YouTube star didn't hesitate when asked if he thought his skills would translate to an MMA cage. Best known for being an online entertainer, the 26-year-old Paul does have a history of wrestling at the high school level in Ohio. That's more than can be said of his boxing background, and yet his popularity earned him the invitation to fight one of the sport's all-time greats in Mayweather, and with a hefty paycheck attached as well. Where that good fun will take him next, Paul really isn't sure. Another boxing match? Professional wrestling? An MMA fight? Paul said he will explore all opportunities available, but did make it clear, combat sports is not done with him just yet. Paul said, "Anytime I can entertain, I'm happy. Whether it's me getting in a boxing ring and risking my life, whether it's me, getting stunnered in the WWE preparing for a match there. I just love entertaining. I just like making people happy, with the stuff that I love doing and what I make and creating myself out of my life, and that's my dream." With all the reactions from the celebrities and fellow sports stars in, it all comes down to one thing. Was it all about the money? Will this fight lead to even more boring bouts that are just for the money? Looks like we'll have to wait and watch. If you liked our video, don't forget to like and share it with your friends and family. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.